I've come to this spot. It feels very much like a fork in the road. Aloha! Top of the morning, friends and family. How you wonderful, beautiful people doing today? Once a week on this channel, we upload a beautifully edited cinematic masterpiece. This video is uncut. And in today's uncut video, I've got a box. We're gonna open it up. But I was thinking about YouTube and life in general, just going on down the deep end of my thought train, and realized that next week it's gonna be 10 years. 10 years that I've been uploading videos to YouTube. 10 years. 2015 is when I uploaded my first video to YouTube back in the day. And it's, yeah, been 10 years since then. And I've gone through these life cycles, it seems. And I think back about the 10 years previous and the 10 years before that, I had different jobs from the age of, like 14. I got my first job, student helper at the district office, and then worked into all kinds of different jobs. I worked at Togo's, I worked at a couple pizza places, I worked at a music store, I did other random jobs. I had a job at Sun Microsystems distribution warehouse for a bit. It was with a super cool boss. All those things. And then after that decade, I had this transition to becoming a professional musician for about 10 years, from like, 03 till like 2013 roughly. And some of that, there's some blend time between all those. Of course, it's not like it was a hard stop of 10 years on each one, but pretty close. And then after that professional musician phase, moving here back to California, Central Coast, and having YouTube kind of take off while I was doing construction with my uncle and getting the YouTube channel going. And then the YouTube has been the way that I've provided for the family for the last 10 years, roughly, give or take. And that's crazy. That's a huge blessing, first of all. I mean, I know that in itself is wild, but I've come to this spot. It feels very much like a fork in the road. And I've got a lot of thoughts. There's lots of process here. I've been doing a lot of thinking about it. And I'm not saying I know, that's exactly what I'm saying actually. I don't know what the next move is. I don't know what the 10 years next are coming to be. I do think that I will always upload videos to YouTube. I think that's a thing. I don't think that I will ever not upload videos to YouTube. I just enjoy it too much, and it's a lot of fun. Even if it doesn't keep being the revenue stream that it has been for the fam, like I may or may not. That may or may not be the case, but regardless of that, I'm going to continue. I'm trying to fix my thing here. It's not working. I'm going to continue uploading videos to YouTube whether it's making money or not. I think that's true. I believe that's true because I just enjoy it a lot, and it's fun to make videos. And I think the idea of just making videos just for fun is very attractive as well, and not thinking about stuff. That's not now, but I literally, so I'm reading this book, and then even just the message that our pastor was giving at church the other day, living fearless, and it's got me thinking on this train of what's next. Like, what am I doing next? And for now, I'm gonna open up this box. But I have been giving it a lot of thought. And also while I was thinking about that this morning, this video came across my feed from Billy Graham from back in the day about like the things that you share with people versus the things that you keep between yourself and God. And it was interesting to listen to. I don't know how much of it I agree with and how much I didn't. There's parts I definitely agree with. Like, I think there's certainly things that should be kept to yourself, I guess, and not share with the world. But then there's the nature of YouTube and the fact that it's even called YouTube. Like, it's about the person that's making the video, and it's very much you. That was the whole idea behind it. Is like, what do I bring to this channel? Some video editing skills, some storytelling skills, ideas and whatnot. But ultimately, the one thing that I bring to this channel, which we've talked about this before, is me and what it is that I personally have to offer. And who is that? Who is that guy that you're talking to you right now? I feel that I've done a decent job of being pretty open, honest, and transparent about who it is I am. And that gets lost sometimes, especially in this culture of like, there's so much weight, it seems, at least from what I pay attention to, unfortunately, on the internet, is like what people are doing wrong and what corrections are good. I think corrections are good, steering the course and whatnot. But there's so much emphasis, it seems, in this internet culture of like focusing on what the things other people are doing that are wrong or incorrect. And that's such a huge focus versus what can I do better? It's just something I've noticed. But I might be getting way off in the weeds here. There's a lot of complex thoughts and topics running through my brain, and probably a little extra caffeine that I didn't need. All that to say, the next thing I'm doing is I'm opening this up. And I've also got myself feeling a little bit sentimental because I'm pulling out this banner, and I'm stoked about it. And I feel super blessed. It's been an interesting time, and I feel like I've leaned a lot on faith and not been too worried, which is crazy for me because I like to worry about things all the time. And somehow there hasn't been a whole lot of worry, and I've just been a lot of faith testing moments. And just the fact that I'm about to take this down, I don't even know what's behind it. It hasn't been moved in forever. Part of that YouTube journey and being able to provide for the family was this Freedom Bridge sponsorship that I have been doing for a good 6-7 years at least. And, I'm a little bit sad that I'm moving this banner and taking it down. Very fortunate and blessed that breaking my fan in the process. Very fortunate. Oh, look at the spider webs on the back of it. That's gnarly. Very fortunate and blessed that I still have a great relationship with those folks, and it's not a relationship thing, it's just a company business thing. Venom Institute, won that at a US ARC auction. But it just fits in with the theme of like, what's next? Like, I don't know. But what else is actually, but I do. Like, I don't know what's next on the big thing. I think that whatever decision I end up making, there's some decisions that are going through my brain right now. There's some things that potentially yield heavy consequences. And when I say consequences, I don't mean necessarily bad consequences, just that they will be very consequential, whatever choices I make with these ideas and this road that I seem to be on, and just that whole thought of the 10-year cycle that my life seems to go through of changing careers. Do I stay the path? Will that be the thing that I do, the thing that I've been doing? If I continue down this path, is that the path that is going to be the most glorifying to God, that is going to yield the best results for taking care of my family, as well as just living into who it is I truly am, who it is that Brian Kusko is and will be most fulfilling for myself, as well as serve the people and community around me the most, to the best of the abilities that I've been gifted. That's the question. And so it's a big question. And that's what I mean by consequences. It's not something I'm taking lightly, if that wasn't obvious. But I am very stoked that when one door closes, another one opens, and that has held true. And I'm also stoked that I'm not going to have to superimpose a banner into this space anymore using editing, because it actually was a long process to edit in a banner that didn't actually exist and put myself in front of it. It was really fun because it tested some of my editing skills and my ability to create magic masks and stuff. And I really appreciated all that part of it, but I'm definitely looking forward to not having to superimpose a banner for the next few months while we have this sponsorship going with Palmstreet, and that I have the actual physical banner here now that I can just plop there, and I don't need to edit it in. I will need to physically get it set well. So but yeah, pretty happy about not having to edit in a banner anymore. yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And I'll drop it to where I need to make it make sense, so that it looks good across everything, and maybe drop it down a little more. I don't know. I'll get that more set up, but it's gonna be in the new background. Let's see. I'll be sitting here on the table about there. Seems pretty good right about there. Maybe, huh? I'll move it where I need to. Either way, yeah. Per usual, I'd love to have feedback from y'all, from you, about this topic, and maybe you have something you just want to put out there. One of the things I find has helped a lot with processing through what it is that I'm doing next is talking with people, which is why when that video came across my feed about thinking about the things that you keep to yourself versus the things that you share openly, I think that there are many things that you do need to share openly. You, me, maybe put those in the comments and say what those things are that you're processing through, so you can get feedback from people. And funny enough, that was part of that video this morning, was like some things you don't want people to have input on. And as I've mentioned, I think I've been pretty open and maybe opened myself up to more feedback than I should in the past. But at the same time, it's like, if you don't do that, then one of the biggest blessings that I've gotten from this channel has been the people that have come into my life from it. And without putting out who you really are out there, you don't get those real deep connections with folks, because if somebody doesn't know who you are, how can you possibly have a deep connection? So it's a lot. That's a lot of mouth coming from me. I want to hear from you. What do you have feedback for? Anything encouraging you can say for me would certainly be welcome and helpful. Checking out the Palmstreet app down below, because for the next video we're going to be diving through that and looking into some of the stuff there. You should go look at the app down in the description, download it, so the next video you're ready to like. It's going to be a very participatory video where we're going to be like playing a game together, and it should be a lot of fun. But yes, comments about what you are processing through. Where are you at in your life? Are you at a crossroads? Have you been in a nice, happy spot? Like, I just want to hear, as much as I've shared just now in the last 10 minutes about me, I want to hear about you. So I'm going to be down there reading every single comment on this video, like I do with all the videos really. But this one, I'm really hoping to hear about where you're at, and just getting to know some of y'all a little bit better. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble with a little bit extra dose of caffeine. I really appreciate it. It's pretty cool. Y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the next video. Aloha.